Hello, everybody. All right, we should be live. I believe we are. Yes, we are. Hello, everybody. My name is Harry Rice. I just realized, why are we not getting any? Can you guys hear me? I'm assuming you guys can, but it's telling me that you guys. It's showing on the bar that you guys cannot currently hear me, but I'm assuming you guys can. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Harry Rice, RG Games for the Montreal Canadiens. There we go. You guys can hear me. All right, good. The Montreal Canadiens played tonight, and it was not. It was not that good. We ended up losing, unfortunately, 5-1 to the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have still not gotten out of the first round. Yeah. We're gonna get into the game. Obviously, I'm gonna try and make this quick because the Elimination Chamber's on, and I'd much rather be watching that over talking about this game. I'm wasting my time doing this, honestly, for this game, not obviously overall, but just for this game, because I could recap it by saying Jake Allen was garbage, Habs sucked, and Leafs dominated. That's pretty much all I could say. But the opening lines for the Canadiens were Harvey Pinard, Suzuki Anderson, Armia Dvorak Drouin, Dadonov, Belzil, Hoffman, Pazetta, Pilik, Ulinen, Pazetta, Barron, Sheneman, Savard, and Harris Kovacevic were your defense pairings. Jake Allen gets to start his third start in 4 games. And Sam Montembeault backs him up, as I thought that he should have gotten the start because he's been the much better goalie this year. The opening lines for the Maple Leafs were Bunting, Matthews, Nylander, Tavares, O'Reilly, Marner, Engvall, Kampf, Yarncroke, and Aston Reese, Achari, Kerfoot, Riley Brody, Giordano Liljegren, and Sandine Hall were your defense pairings. Joseph Woll gets the start in net, surprisingly, for Toronto, and Eric Shulgren will back him up. He'll be in net tomorrow, most likely against the Blackhawks. Ilya Samsonov and Matt Murray are both out. Toronto said their goaltending was fine at the beginning of the year. They are literally down to their 6th and 7th options. Oliver, hey, I wouldn't say GG's. Leafs kind of dominated this game, but GG's, I guess. Before the game, this is Ryan O'Reilly's first game as a Maple Leaf, same with Noel Achari. Corey Sheneman is recalled from Laval. Arbor Xhekaj has been placed on the IR. Kirby Dach will miss his second straight game with a non-COVID illness. He is expected to be back Tuesday against the Devils. We need him. Hey, David, how's it going, man? What's happening? Nothing much. Just recapping the Habs game and watching the Leafs fail to get out of the first round after buying a third-line guy again. Hey, Gabriel, how's it going, my guy? Leafs, big push early. O'Reilly gets his first shot as a Leaf in the slot. A good one, but Allen makes the save. Matthews gets the Leafs' third shot in less than 2 minutes. It's gloved by Allen. Habs then pushed the other way. Suzuki with a nice one-handed chance on net. Anderson pokes the rebound. Leafs don't do anything because they don't have grit. Leafs fourth line then pushes. Achari in the slot with a nice 5-hole chance, but Allen is able to squeeze and make the save. Habs were overwhelmed despite the shots being just 5-3 at the commercial. The Leafs were really taking over early. Habs then pushed. Drouin actually had nice speed to get a shot on net. Then off the puck battle just in the slot. It's found to Drouin, but Matthews is able to get his stick there just in time. So yeah, it is still scoreless, and the Canadiens. I'm sorry, boys. I'm just trying to. Yeah, no, I can't really. Damn. Oh my god, that actually cut a few. Let's go, boys. I'm trying to get my hair figured out. I know I'm not using the rate. You guys know what I'm joking, obviously. But yeah, it was still scoreless. Habs were pushing couple chances. We were getting a bit of speed, trying to burst ahead of the Maple Leafs, just weren't able to. Leafs then pushed. O'Reilly's line looked for the 1-0 lead. There were a couple of scrums, a couple battles trying to find the pucks in front of Allen. He was actually playing well at this point. Riley then knocked down Anderson against the boards and held him down. Marner tripped. It looked like it was Armia near center ice. No penalties on either of those calls. Allen then robbed Zach Aston Reese of a 1-0 lead. Great pad stop on a backhand. Leafs pushed hard. Their top line was really, really looking good out there. Allen was making some saves. Nylander then gets a good look. It's Nylander just backhands it wide. These types of plays are the ones that I think are kind of costing the Maple Leafs. They could have won 7 or 8-0, 7-8-1 this game if these chances they were really, really missing out on, if they were just able to score on them. And it's going to cost them in the playoffs. They are not able to score them now, which means they aren't able to score them in the playoffs. Yeah, there's a shot that gets tipped and hits the post. Another example there, you got to be able to put that one in. And if it's not there, if it's off the post, you got to try and get that rebound. Habs just were not there to play. Giordano then tripped up Nick Suzuki, no penalty there. Harvey Pinard and Andy almost capitalized off of that, though. Matthews then cross-checked Suzuki, no penalty. Kovacevic went after Matthews. I wanted him to get hurt, and I do not take that back because fuck Austin Matthews. He's a bitchy little whiny piece of shit, and I hope he gets hurt. Leafs pushed in the final few minutes of the first. We're already in the third period. Pushed in the final few minutes, but there was not much for them. There was some bursts of speed for both teams. They were really pushing. Final 20 seconds, Habs actually got a decent rush. Good pass from Hoffman. Nobody's there. Shots are 16-13 for the Maple Leafs, but it is a scoreless tie 0-0 after 20 minutes. And the Canadiens score 42 seconds into the start of the second. Josh Anderson tips a Mike Matheson shot in. Jordan Harris with the second assist there. Really solid tip to give the Canadiens a 1-0 lead. They've now opened the scoring in every game since coming back from the All-Star game. They have opened the scoring in 5 straight. That's really weird. But at the same time, kind of cool. If it keeps up for the rest of the year, that'd be actually really, really funny. That'd be a really fun stat that the Canadiens probably have. Most games in a row opening the scoring because we have, I think, from the All-Star break, it's like 30 games left. So that'd be fun. Not saying we have to win all those, obviously, but it'd still be a fun stat. Leafs then pushed the other way. Top line was searching as they wanted to tie it up. Leafs then go to the power play. Mike Matheson gets called for tripping Marner, so he causes 1 goal for the Canadiens, and he causes 1 goal for the Leafs. Habs has got a few shorthanded looks. Suzuki nearly ran into Joseph Woll. He was trying to get the puck. I think that's fair if he's out of his crease. You should be able to run the goaltender all you want. Well, I think you should be able to run the goaltender all you want. Doesn't mean that the team doesn't have to retaliate, but I think you should be able to. And Bunting gets the goal from Matthews on a 2-on-1 pass. Jake Allen can't really do much there. That's just a 1-1 tying goal. Good goal for the Leafs. We are 0-for-1 on the PK, are the Canadiens. Pizzetta then tripped up Marner, surprisingly no penalty. And then the Leafs go to the PK. Leafs fans are going to be bitching about that one for the next decade because that's what they do best. Tavares gets called for hooking. That was a good call. Finally, the Habs going to power play. But maybe we shouldn't have gotten one because we looked bad. There were a couple chances. Drouin looked for an Anderson tip. Anderson, of course, obliges by getting out of the way and letting Wall see the entire puck. We are 0-for-1 on the power play, as I put on the PK. Apparently, we were shorthanded with an extra man on the ice. Leafs then pushed. Allen bobbled a puck, but he was able to cover it quickly. Hoffman off a 2-on-1 isn't able to bury it. He had to take that shot. He tried to pass it. Leafs were doing that, or Canadiens were doing that a lot. There were 2 or 3 odd man rushes that we got, 2-on-1s mostly, where the guy who has it tries to pass when it's clear the Leafs are going to be able to defend it well, instead of just taking that shot. I get no one to be selfish and want to spread the wealth of goals, if you will. But you gotta, if you're on a 2-on-1 and the guy's clearly covered, you gotta take the shot yourself. Or at the very least, okay, take the shot and hope for some type of rebound if it doesn't go in for the other guy to get it. You at least gotta do something creative there. Then the Leafs lead. Pierre Engvall takes a shot and it squeaks off Allen and in the net. That is maybe the most pathetic goal I've seen Allen allow since the time that he let Brendan Gallagher score from center ice. Back when he was with St. Louis during that random weird afternoon game. This is probably the most pathetic goal he's allowed as a Montreal Canadien because he easily should have had that. And who would have thought that ends up being the game-winning goal eventually? So if that goal doesn't happen, who knows where we are right now? Maybe it's only a 4-1 game for the Maple Leafs. Maybe it's an overtime. Who knows what happens? Maybe we still end up getting destroyed. Who knows? But it's 2-1 Maple Leafs, and that just sucked. Leafs have more control. Habs try to get a bit of speed. This is where the 2-on-1s were happening. Leafs kept control though, and they go to the power play as a result. Savardis called for hooking. I believe it was Austin Matthews. I wasn't a fan of that penalty. Allen makes 2 stops on Marner and Nylander and Marner. The defense was actually helping him, surprisingly. Then the Leafs score. Michael Bunting gets his second of the game. I thought Allen should have had that. I thought he definitely could have had that goal. That sucks. We are 0-for-2 on the power play, on the PK tonight. Canadiens then pushed, but Leafs in the dying seconds of the period look for a 4-1 lead. They won't get it yet. Shots are 30-22 for the Maple Leafs, and it's a 3-1 lead after 2 periods. Early on, there were not many chances from either team. I did not take many notes in the third because it was a very, very lackluster, boring third period. Yeah, just not many shots. Canadians tried, but they wouldn't get anything. Then the Leafs scored with a delayed penalty coming up. Habs couldn't get the touch. Matthews passes it over to William Nylander, basically a 2-on-1. And it's 4-1. I put Gat Montembeault in net because he would have at least tried to get the Canadians the win. And yeah, I'd assume Tuesday against Jersey, Allen is probably going to start again. And then I'd assume Friday against the Flyers, it's probably going to be Montembeault because then Saturday it's a back-to-back. We play the tougher team on Saturday. Okay, no, we play the Senators. Yeah, no. Allen probably starts against the Flyers, and he gives Montembeault the Senators. But I believe that's the final time we face the Senators this year. Quickly scanning over the schedule. Yeah, that I believe is the last time we face the Senators on the year. We do face the Devils 2 more times though. Yeah, boys, this is, by the way, how tough the Canadiens' schedule is the last bit down the stretch here. We play next the Devils, Flyers, Ottawa, Sharks, the Kings, Ducks, Golden Knights, Hurricanes, the Rangers, the Devils, the Avs, the Penguins, the Panthers, the Lightning, the Bruins, Blue Jackets, Sabres, Flyers, Panthers, Hurricanes, Red Wings, Capitals, Maple Leafs, Islanders, Bruins. We have maybe 7 games left against tanking teams. We need to take at least 5 of those, I would assume. If you can take 5 against the bottom feeders and then a couple against some of those top teams like Boston and Jersey and Washington, that'd be fine. I only say Washington because they still have Ovechkin, so they're going to be a top team no matter what as long as they have Ovechkin, in my opinion. But yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna try and, like I said, get through the rest of this game. Yeah. Let's. Oh God, where am I? So yeah, it is 4-1. Leafs lead at that point. Habs tried to get any shots they could. Leafs kept pressuring. The shots were 1-1 each. 7 minutes in. It was just boring. Habs then tried to push. Suzuki got a good shot. There was a follow-up by Harvey Pinard, who goes to the box for high-sticking Michael Bunting. The officiating was an absolute joke tonight, I thought. I thought the officiating was an absolute joke. Leafs then pushed for something. Yeah, they couldn't get anything passed down, surprisingly, at this point. We were apparently 2 for 3 on the PK tonight. Apparently the second Bunting goal wasn't a power play goal, but I could have sworn it was scored on the power play. I'm going to say we were 1 for 3 on the PK tonight. Leafs were in control. Habs surprisingly got a couple shots in there. Leafs then pushed. Allen made some saves, but this has been a shit game for everybody involved. Then it's 5-2. 5-1. David Kampf on a wide open net. There's a good play by Allen, giving Kampf everything, bold strategy. That's why I put 5-2. Habs got a chance, but Wall robs us of a 5-2 deficit. That's why I put 5-2, because I took that note before the goal note. Yeah, surprisingly, Jonathan Drouin, I thought, actually was our best player tonight, which is not indicative of how bad we are. It's how much Jonathan Drouin tried, actually. I thought Drouin actually had a really, really good game tonight. Since the All-Star break, since we've had that little rest and he's been able to rest up whatever potential injuries he might have had, or just rest up in general, he's been really damn good. Yes, I think it's 8 assists in his last 11 games. He's been really, really good. I've really liked what we've gotten out of Drouin since the All-Star break. Yeah. Leafs then the final minute looked for a 6-1 lead. They won't get anything. Allen surprisingly not allowing another goal. Final shots are 42-30 for the Maple Leafs, and they take a 5-1 lead. Yeah, they take a 5-1 lead. That's really what there is to say. It's a 5-1 victory in regulation. That's gonna do it. I'm gonna quickly get through the Canadian stats, and the end of the stream, because this is it. Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens with 17 goals, 25 assists, 42 points. Goal Cole Caulfield, who is unfortunately hurt, 26 goals, 10 assists, 36 points. Never forget, he would have outscored Austin Matthews this year if he was healthy. Kirby Dach, 12 goals, 24 assists for 36 points. Christian Dvorak, 9 goals, 14 assists, 23 points. Josh Anderson, 16 goals, 6 assists, 22 points. Mike Hoffman, 9 goals, 13 assists, 22 points. Sean Monahan, who's unfortunately hurt, 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. Evgeny Dadonov with 4 goals, 13 assists, 17 points. Jonathan Drouin, quietly at 17 assists now. Jordan Harris, 3 goals, 12 assists, 15 points. David Savard, 2 goals, 12 assists, 14 points. Arbor Jacki, who's unfortunately hurt, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. Caden Gooley, who's also hurt, 2 goals, 11 assists, 13 points. Mike Matheson with 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points. Yoel Armia, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Jake Evans, who's unfortunately hurt, with 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points. Jari Slavkovsky, who's unfortunately hurt, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. Raphael Harvey-Pinard, 7 goals, 2 assists, 9 points. Brendan Gallagher, who's unfortunately hurt, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. Michael Pizzetta, who's unfortunately not hurt, 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. Jonathan Kovacevic with 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. Rem Pitlick, 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points. Justin Barron, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. Joel Edmondson and Alex Belzil each with a goal, 5 assists, 6 points. Chris Weidman and Jesse Ullinen with 4 assists. Anthony Richard with a goal and an assist. Jake Allen with an assist as well. Oh God, sorry, where am I? Arbor Jacki has 9 fights. Michael Pizzetta has 4. Caden Gooley and Jake Evans each have 2 fights. Kirby Doc, Josh Anderson, Mike Matheson, and Brendan Gallagher each with a fight as well. So yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys again so much for coming by. My name is Harry. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite channel includes what is not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harry. Subscribe to the Puff Club. Subscribe to Hazy Club. Subscribe to the Nation from the Mod Squad. Thank you for my constant streams and earning videos is much greatly appreciated. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Discord, Letterboxd, speedrun account, and the Twitch are all down there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Bryce, and I love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye.